Top of the top, top of the top, top of the top, top of the morning, top of the morning. This is Getting into Green with Perfect Strangers, the playoff edition. It is no longer plans, it is the playoffs. I'm your host with not the most, just Duro. I got my man staying on brand. That's the other host, Corey, the Green Hoodie legend himself. What's good, baby?
Hey, not much, man. Hey, good start to the playoffs so far. Been some fun ones, but good weekend, Easter weekend with the family. Ready to roll into this week now.
Yeah, man. How was the Easter, brother?
That was good, man.
You went out of town, huh?
Yeah, we went up to see family. It was cool though.
Yeah. I'm with you on that, man. I also went out of, I guess you could just say out of city, right? But we had family come in all the way from NorCal. We had family from just about everywhere, man. Went somewhere that I hadn't been in years. Oh, there goes. That's my man.
Is that you?
That's my man himself. You gonna help us cap some games today? But I did go. I went to church, bro.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's something I just don't do. Something I just don't do. But I did do that. So did have family and was entertaining family, was being entertained, man. So yeah, Sunday, Monday were good days. Crazy playoffs happening, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
I can't explain it. I cannot explain this to you at all. For whatever reason, what's going on in the playoffs is just baffling me. But yeah, how we always do, man, about last night. First game, man. That is Philly against Toronto. You say Toronto, I say Toronto. I'm telling you now, man, this is scary for Toronto, right? This is scary. Joel Embiid puts up 31 yesterday. Gary Trent plays for like 10 minutes and goes out, right? He's not all the way there. Scotty Barnes is not in the game. And this is just death by 1,000 cuts, man. For real. This is what happens when you don't have a decent line of rotation where you just play the same guys all year, right? Now you're asking for these guys who don't have it. Well, let me pause there. The reason why I didn't even so I didn't play any games yesterday, right? I didn't touch anything yesterday at all. And the reason why was because the Toronto and Philly game, after seeing the first game, I realized nobody's stopping Joel Embiid, and you don't have anybody at all, right? And Nick Nurse doesn't play a lot of people, so I didn't play that game, right? Didn't play the Dallas game because Dallas doesn't have Luka, just doesn't have Luka, right? And I did not play the Denver game was because I thought that Denver would wake up out of their coma and at least make it competitive. So I was very, very undecided, right? Not the case. Philly beats Toronto 112-97. Dallas beats Utah 110-104. Jalen Brunson just beat you down for 41 points, bro. 41 points. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. I could believe it, but couldn't believe it, especially how Utah played against them the first game. But I think you called that, and that was Utah themselves barely won the first game.
Mhm.
Barely. We're talking about a 1-point game with 3 minutes left. And then you had mentioned something about the game. So I'm not surprised about that. And when you look at it from that perspective, right? And then lastly, Golden State, man, it's just looking like vintage 2017. I mean, like, bruh, or 2014, 2000. I mean, like in the playoffs, what they're doing is just amazing. Just amazing. They just having fun. People making talk about Steph coming off the bench here. Like 34 points in 23 minutes he played, bruh. Thompson gave you 21. Jokic gave you 26 and 11, but it wasn't enough. Got patted on the booty. Wasn't happy with that. Was not happy with that at all. So all I'm saying, man, is the way the playoffs are turning out, it's kind of different. Golden State beat Dallas or Denver. I'm saying Dallas beats Denver 126-106. What did you see, man?
I mean, I love playoffs first round because the overreactions to the first two games are always ridiculous. If you listen to Charles and those guys on TNT, like every team's getting swept. Nobody's going to win a game if they're the lower seed. The reality is that the home teams go up 2-0 a lot of the times.
A lot of the times, yeah.
You had two home games.
Yeah.
Playoff crowd.
You're supposed to do that, right?
That's what I'm saying. And now there's just talk of none of these teams can compete. Come on, man. These guys are about to go home. They're about to get the home crowd.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I bet Philly first half yesterday. That was easy. I got Dallas plus 500 for the series right now. I think if Luka comes back at any point, they just walk through this Utah squad. Utah, they got locker room problems, man. It's just as simple as that. Dallas took advantage last night. The first game was a 50-50 game. This whole series is going to be a 50-50 game if Luka's out. And if he comes back at any point, Dallas takes over. Brunson looked great last night. You're probably not getting 41 out of that guy again, though.
No.
So, we got to know what we got. But, and then Golden State at home, man, is
Jesus.
Golden State at home. Again, I had them first half. I think these first halves are a little too easy for the home teams. I cleaned up over the weekend with them as well.
Mm-hmm.
You got the playoff atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Rotations have shortened. I mean, there's just not that many variables here. I do think Denver can compete in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to get swept here. Same with Toronto. You go up to Toronto, Thibault's out, their rotation changes a little bit. You're going to get it done. The biggest problem, I mean, Embiid's going to get his. The biggest problem is that Maxey and Tobias Harris have been lights out at home.
You don't think that Toronto can get swept?
No.
You're not seeing any sweeps. Only sweep I'm really seeing right now is maybe Phoenix.
Phoenix is sweeping Pelicans.
Yeah.
Chris Paul understands the value of getting extra rest, too. He's going to make sure. You could see it in game one. It started to tide turned a little bit in the fourth.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Paul wasn't having it. Came in, I'm icing this thing. And he just knows the value of getting the sweep and getting a couple extra days.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for some of those guys, Ayton and some of those guys that need the rest a little more. So, yeah, I think Phoenix gets the sweep.
Mm-hmm.
Milwaukee's the other one that could potentially get a sweep.
You don't think?
Really? I think Chicago could steal game 3. It's possible. But of the teams, I mean, Chicago just can't beat top-tier teams. It is what it is.
We talked about this all year.
So I do think Chicago steals 1. I think the Pelicans get swept. Outside of that, though, I think we start getting some competitive series.
Do you think the way you're seeing Golden State play, that they can sweep Denver?
No. Denver will win game. One of the games at home here coming up. They'll win one of them.
Lastly, do you think that Miami can sweep Atlanta?
Same thing. I think they'll
Really?
handle business tonight. You go into Atlanta where they shoot better.
Hmm.
I think Atlanta's competitive enough to get one.
Okay. Speaking of those games, let's get into tonight's games, man. That's good thought. Good food for thought there. Um, there's one game that I'm really scared of the way they played, and that's the Minnesota Memphis game. I just don't know what to say there, Corey. But before that game, we've got Atlanta at Miami. This line opened up at 7.5. The total being 217.5. Total's moved up to 219. Spread on this game is now -7. So early money has come in on Atlanta, right? Right now, you possibly have PJ Tucker, questionable. Vincent is probable. Morris is questionable. Dwayne Dedman is questionable. Highsmith is questionable. Bam Adebayo is questionable. On the Atlanta side, you've got Bog, who's probable. Lou Williams is still out, right? Clint Capella's out indefinitely, and Brown. I'm going to tell you, man, what I saw in Miami Heat is what I've been seeing. This is still a Heat side to me, right? This is still a Heat side to me. Now, maybe you're talking that Trey can get loose anytime, right? But this is a 1 seed they're going against. This is a completely different beast. So if I'm looking at this game, I'm still going to lean toward the Heat, but it's probably something I'm not going to get involved in at all. At all. I don't know what to do about this game, man. You have to really come out on fire to play the Heat, and the Heat is going to take whatever pace they need to take. They're a fighting, gritty, grimy team, right? And you got just multiple guys that can do. They're just good at their position. Now you're going to need a huge play out of a Kongwu, right? You're going to need some huge shots out of Bog, and then you need Trey to go for at least 30, 40. You need some good play out of Hunter. Like, it just seems like everybody's have to be involved in Atlanta for this game to win. You can't just have one or two people go off, because Spoelstra knows how to beat you at not your own game, but he knows how to beat you where you're not good at. And where they're not good at is still defense, right?
Mhm.
Atlanta does not have the best defense at all. Miami has great defense. So it's just one of these, like, how do you beat a good defensive team when you don't have good defense, right? You see Trey already getting rattled, trying to get up in Jimmy Butler's face. I don't know what the hell he's thinking. He's not winning that fight, right? He's not winning that fight at all. So I just don't know how to gauge it right now. The way they beat Miami to where Miami couldn't even put up 100 points, dog. They couldn't even put up 100. They got smoked. So I do like Miami here, but it is interesting that money's coming in on Atlanta. Who do you like?
Yeah, I think Miami's the play here. At home again.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like the playoffs started, everybody forgot the narrative that, like, Atlanta can't win on the road. Yeah,
That's true.
They stole one in the play-in. But I mean, they're not good on the road.
Yeah.
I think they were 20, what are they, 15 games under 500 on the road? Come on, man.
Yeah,
Miami
17 and
shoots
26.
well at home. They're rolled like Duncan Robinson, Max Strus. These guys knock them down when they're at home. You're not beating that.
Yeah.
They're not going to let Traeger up 40. Not in Miami.
Right.
You saw they had the hard double on him up high.
Yep.
Jimmy Butler welcomed him to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Said, hold up, young cat. You're not doing this to me. I just don't see where Atlanta is going to get it done here tonight, man.
Yeah.
I don't mind giving the 7. I think this one gets out of hand. I think one thing I did see at the end of the game that was working for Atlanta was they went to like a high pick and roll with Young and Collins was popping.
Mm-hmm.
And he got a couple wide open threes, looked pretty good, decent. But I mean, I'd say Bam matters tonight in this game, but I don't even know if he does.
I say the only way you beat this team, to me, is slow it down and play inside.
Yeah, it's not their game, though.
That's not their game.
So, yeah, I got Miami here at home. I think this one will get competitive in Atlanta, but on the road, I don't trust Trae Young and these guys.
Yeah. It's a key number, man. Next game, Minnesota at Memphis. Ooh, this is what I'm scared of. Total in this game opened at 241.5. It is now 241. Side on this game right now, spread was at 7.5. It is now 7. Same line. Same line as Atlanta. And I'm a little afraid of that. I don't know if you just blindly jump on Minnesota. At least take Minnesota first quarter or first half here. Looking at this game and the lineup for this game here, pretty much, man, Minnesota's healthy. Tarian Prince is questionable, right? But you still got Tilly, Aldama, and Terry. Questionable, out indefinitely. I don't. Minnesota smacked Memphis, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any other way to say it, but they smacked them. And I don't know if it's one of these. I don't know if this is a coaching game here, right? To where Finch is just a lot better than Jenkins at his own game. I don't know. But I think you see better play out of Memphis today. I don't know who. This is another side I don't know who to take. If I'm going to have to play a side, I've always thought that Memphis was the better team. They had some rest, more rest than Minnesota for whatever that's worth. I don't really buy that. You have plenty of time to game plan, right? And you've already beaten this team. To where it's been back to back. Minnesota's won twice, Memphis has won twice, right? So y'all are very familiar with each other. I don't get it. I don't get it here. I don't get why you're able to get shellacked by Minnesota. I mean, you're talking about what, a 13-point beatdown in the playoffs, 247 points combined in the playoffs, bro. In the playoffs. Astute, what's going on with you? What is going on with you? He says first quarter over 62 minus 105. So I was thinking about quarter plays on this one. You look at that first game, that could be something, man. They put up 74 points.
Mm-hmm.
74 points in the first quarter. I don't know if Taylor Jenkins wants to come out and play that game, but I couldn't knock you for that play. I couldn't knock you at all. So
yeah, I think it goes over.
You don't think it's going over this one?
No, it's going over.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if there's no way you put 250 as a total and people not just smash the under on that, right? So I think this is a sweet spot here. The total hasn't moved that much, but I tell you what, I don't think Memphis can beat Minnesota at that type of game, at a full court game, right? So if you're going to play a full court game, your transition defense better be on point, right? So for right now, it's still Memphis for me. I might make a small play on Memphis full game. So the flow of this game should possibly go, and I'm afraid for it. But if it's Minnesota winning by the first half, Corey, then I would have to take Minnesota full game. I would have to take them full game. So for right now, I'm liking Memphis here to at least even it up. Ja doing his little cryptic tweets saying that he's got his notes taken and all that. That's fine. Take your notes and win this game. Who do you like, Corey?
I like Minnesota money line. Everyone's kind of sitting back, assuming that Ant Edwards is going to stop playing like a top 5 player in the league.
No,
they're assuming Minnesota is going to stop scoring 140 points. The reality is this: you don't outscore this team if you run with them.
Great.
Nobody. It's really tough, man, because it reminds me of like how San Antonio used to play the Lakers with Kobe. And it was Kobe's going to get 40. He could have 50. But we're going to lock down on everybody else, and he's not going to beat you by himself.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thought process. So, yeah, Ja goes off for 40. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
You know you can score. This isn't going to be a 99 to 87 type of game where 40 points from a player matters. I got Minnesota, man. I think Towns, they don't have an answer for Towns. They don't have anybody big enough to keep him off his spot. Towns is going to work. Ant Edwards is playing. Mm-hmm. Ant-Man is off the charts right now. And if you're
Yeah.
not going to match Minnesota's energy that Pat Beverly's bringing, I know everybody hates that guy, but here's the reality: is like he has his team fired up right now. They got game one and they believe. Now you gotta, if you're Memphis, you gotta really come out, match the intensity, and you gotta do it early, which is tough to do against Minnesota because if they're up first half and they start believing, they take two in Memphis, this series might be over.
Yeah.
So look, Memphis is probably the better team. The problem is they're too reliant on playing that fast-paced game with Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to be one of those things, man. We'll see how foul trouble plays itself out, but no answer for Towns.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Jaw's going to get his, no doubt, but they're going to need Bane to shoot lights out. They're going to need some of these other guys to hit some shots. Brooks needs to play better. The big one, though, is Jaren Jackson needs to stay out of foul trouble, man. He got himself in early foul trouble there. Really hurt their defense.
It did.
We'll see. I just think the value's on Minnesota tonight. I could see Memphis winning. I definitely wouldn't be giving 7 here with them. My look, though, I mean, you've got to look over here. First quarter, first half, full game. I don't think it matters. I think this is competitive enough where full game might just be the best bet.
Yeah.
This game's going over, man. Minnesota is going to push the pace here.
Astute is saying how the playoffs treating us. For right now, man, I lost the Toronto spot. I lost the Toronto spot game 1, and I lost the Dallas spot game 1. So now I'm 0-2 in the playoffs, right? And then I didn't do anything over the weekend, really, with the Goddess of Fertility Day holiday.
I lost the Boston game 1. I gave the 4.5. And I lost. Who did I lose the other one? I lost I lost Memphis game 1.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man.
Outside of that, though, I've been doing pretty well.
I go back on that. Stu, right now in the last 2 days, 7-1. Congrats to you, bro. Congrats to you for that one. I'm telling you, I like Memphis. I still think we can't second guess this team. So we're on opposite sides on that. Last game of the day. Pels at Phoenix. Total on this game, 221.5, still there. Spread on this game is -9.5, still there. If I look at the line movement on this game at all, it was at 10. I don't care if it's 50. I don't care, bro. Yeah, the way you're seeing the Suns play is the way you're seeing kind of how Golden State plays. Phoenix is getting in and out, right? I don't care what this spread is. I do like Phoenix. I do. You'd have to have them mess up at their own game for them to even come close to not winning by 10 points. That's just the way I see it. That's just the way I see it. There's no need for them to prolong the series. There's no way that New Orleans even makes this a game at all. So this is one of those things to where even if you want to go Phoenix trifecta. Now, Phoenix has never been a quick starting team, right? So that plays into, the favor of Pelly's for the most part. But I would go Phoenix first half full game. I don't give a fucking shit what the spread is. I would lay off the first quarter and go Phoenix full game, first half. Right now, Dario Saric, who's been out, is out. And then everybody who's out for, which is Williams and Lewis, they've been out for the Pelicans. I'm telling you, man, I don't care. I don't give a fucking shit what the spread is. Just give me the Suns. Even if I just took them trifecta, I'm more than sure I'll hit 2 out of the 3. Right? So give it to me all day. Total, I wouldn't mess with, but I do like Phoenix Suns in this game. They're on a different level right now. Who do you like?
Phoenix.
Yeah.
I mean, I got them first half already. I'll step on full game as well.
Yeah.
I just don't think the Pelicans are that good. You're playing the best team in the West. And you got Chris Paul. And there's just something to be said for having that experience and understanding the value of every game in the playoffs.
Right.
Some people let games go, series go 5-6 for no reason.
Right.
And then you quick turnaround into round 2. And if you got any lingering injuries, it catches up to you. So Chris Paul knows that, man. He wants this ring. He's going to do everything that he can. And he's not dropping a game to New Orleans in the process.
Yeah, absolutely.
McCollum and Ingram, maybe they keep it interesting for a little bit in this game. But the reality is New Orleans just don't have the pieces to beat this Phoenix team. Ayton crushed the boards.
Everybody got better. They got better. They picked up some players. Even last year, they got better, bro.
They're good. They're a good team. They have They have everything.
Than last year.
Booker can go off at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I've been like trying to wrap my head. Can New Orleans steal a game here in the series? And
no,
I just don't think so, man. I don't think they got it. So, it's Phoenix for me. It's Phoenix first half. I'll be on full game here. I hit the first half under in the first game on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a decent look here because New Orleans is going to try and slow this pace down again for as long as they can. Phoenix is more than willing to play the half court game.
Yeah.
I think first half last game ended up at like 90 points or something. The over-under was like 109. So might be a look there, first half under here. But Phoenix should roll, man. I'd be parlaying them if you want to do some parlays, but
yeah, there's nothing. Even if you slow this game down, you're telling me that you're allowing Chris Paul to actually get a look at what defense you're in and just carve you. So yeah, let him play slow. Let Willie Green slow this goddamn game down. Y'all will just lose by a lot very slowly. Dead ass, man. There's no way. No way. Yeah, so I do like Phoenix. I like Phoenix heavy. I might just step on them right now. Yeah. All right. Let's get into our leans for the day, man.
Hey, yo, I woke up, I'm not dead. Smoked up, got out of bed. Gotta see the green, otherwise I see a lot of red. Watching what I say around some of y'all.
I've got to lean on Miami. I've got to lean on Miami, and I've got to lean on Memphis. I'm afraid of that, just how Minnesota played them. Right? So I got to lean on Miami and a lean on Memphis. Those are both full game plays. Who do you like?
Yeah, I got to lean on the Minnesota money line. Slight lean on Miami, and then a lean on the overs for that Minnesota-Memphis game.
We're on opposite sides, bro, with that Minnesota-Memphis game. We'll see how one of us is going to win.
Yeah, that's always
or
good.
Both of us are going to lose, right? You got money lied. If Memphis can't close this game by 7, it's going to be work. So, yeah. Oof. Crazy. All right. Official pick.
Hey, yo, I woke up, I'm not dead. Smoked up, got out of bed. Gotta see the green, otherwise I see a lot of red. Watching what I say around some of y'all.
I stepped on it when you were talking about your lanes, man. I stepped on Phoenix minus 9.5. Phoenix minus 9.5 is official play for me. That's where I'm going. I might just get there with first half as well. But there's just once this team is in motion, man, I don't know how you beat them. And that's exactly what they're in right now. Motion. Slow motion, fast motion, whatever. These boys is moving. So I do like Phoenix to get this done. Full game minus 9.5. That's what I stepped on as my official play. Sir, what do you have?
Yeah, I got Phoenix first half minus 5.5. Phoenix full game minus 9.5.
Corey, when we're on the right side, man, that game
that's pretty well.
Yeah, that's funny. When we're on the same, or not right side, when you and I are on the same side, and we don't even talk about it, right? We don't do any like pregame stuff, right? We don't go over our picks with each other or anything like that, right? It's just something that we'll either talk it out on the show, or we've already done it and we just want it to be on the same side. So yeah, Yeah, I do like Phoenix, the way they played, and the way Golden State's playing too, man. With you're saying no sweep, probably not, because still got the Joker there. He's frustrated, but that could be another sweep. But Phoenix is, to me, in my opinion, definitely a sweep. Definitely a sweep. All right, man. That has been the show, Getting in the Green with Perfect Strangers. Make sure you like and subscribe to our Twitter. It's down there. Make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. It's down there. We will be back on tomorrow morning. I'm going to set my alarm. We'll be talking about the next games, man. Playoff ball is it's exciting. I'm not gonna lie. It's been exciting. How do you like it so far?
Yeah, man, it's good. I thought the weekend was great. 4 games a day was nice. I kind of wish they would. I know people got work and everything, but man, they should start these 3-game sets a little earlier so we don't have to play 2 games at the same time.
Right.
Flipping back and forth, isn't always the
Very
best.
true.
But I think it's great, man. You're seeing
Very
some
true.
of these young superstars kind of make the name for themselves here in these playoffs.
Yeah.
You see others like Trae Young not making a name for himself. It's good stuff, man. It's fun to see the intensity turned up a little bit compared to what we saw this regular season. So that's good.
It's very good, man. And that has been the show. All right. We will see you on tomorrow. Sam, good morning to you and goodbye to you, sir. We will be back bright and fresh in the morning, ready to get things done. After that, man, hey, if you're not watching the show, you're missing money. That's all I got to say. Make sure you watch the show. Y'all be easy.